Hey there, and welcome to today's class. Today's class will be a full body yoga flow just to get our bodies nice and active and moving and just get a nice little sweat going. So we're going to begin in a seated position with our legs crossed, hands on our knees or our laps, eyes closed, and we're just going to take the next few breaths just to settle in, bring our focus to our body. So just take a few nice, deep, calming breaths as we bring our focus right here on the mat. Taking a breath in through your nose, feeling your lungs fill up and expand, and relax as you let it out either through the nose or the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, and a calming breath out. And going through some shoulder rolls, we're going to begin by lifting our shoulders up, bringing them up to our ears, and then gently rolling them back and down. Taking a breath in to roll our shoulders up, and exhale to bring them down. Just go into a few more rounds at your own pace. Maybe noticing any tension you might be holding on to in your shoulders, in your neck. And then changing over in the other direction. And then relaxing your shoulders down, we're going to begin dropping our chin towards our chest and rolling our head over to the left, bringing our chin over to the left shoulder before gently bringing it back down and rolling to the right. Just going this half moon motion back and forth. And the next time your head comes over to the left side, you're going to leave it hanging over there. And with your left hand, you're going to reach out to the left, leaning over, and with your right hand, reaching up and over to the left to feel a nice little side stretch in your right ribs. And then pushing yourself back up straight. We can move on to the other side. So right hand to mat, left hand reaching up before leaning over to the right. Feeling a nice little lengthening in your left side. Coming back up straight. You can then bring the bottoms of your feet together and you're going to have your legs fall out to the sides in a diamond shape. And depending on how intense you want the stretch, you can either keep your feet further away or you can drag them a little bit closer to increase the stretch. And just fluttering our legs up and down, just get some nice warmth and blood circulating in our legs. Before relaxing our legs down, walking our hands out in front of us as we sink our head and our chest down to come into a butterfly fold. Then rolling yourself back up. You can lean slightly back, balancing on your lower back as we raise our legs up, bringing them in parallel with the mat. So come into a bird pose. You can either hold onto your legs or the mat for balance. And if you're feeling strong enough, you can bring your hands up in line with your shins, engaging your core, holding the balance. And then crossing our foot over each other, we're going to roll over our feet, coming to a tabletop on our hands and knees. And from here, we're just going to go into some circular motions around our wrists, just to get them nice and warm. As we move in the one direction, before changing over in the other. And then coming back to stillness, we're going to go into cat-cows. So taking a breath in, we're going to derp our belly down, lifting our chin up as we take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your chin to chest as you round your back out. Breathing in to go into your cow. And exhale into your cat. Just going through the motions at your own pace, going as fast or as slow as you need. Just really feeding your body out. And taking notice on which parts need a little extra care. You're going to go through one last round. On your coming back to your neutral spine, you can tuck your toes as we begin lifting our knees up before raising our hips up, pushing back into our first downward facing dog. Here you can just walk your dog out, pedaling your feet, bringing one heel down at a time. Just feeling your legs out, noticing any stretches or tightness you might be feeling. And keep your left foot grounded. We're going to take a breath in as you raise our right leg up and stacking our right hip over our left to come into a split dog, bending your right leg to make your knee the highest point of your body. Holding here for a breath in. And on your exhale, you can bring your right foot forward, placing it outside your right hand, coming into a lizard lunge. You can drop your back knee. You have a few options. You can either choose to stay here on your hands, or if you have a block, you can bring it underneath you to go onto your elbows. Or if you're feeling strong and nice and stretchy, you can come all the way down to the mat, onto your elbows, into a lizard lunge. Pushing yourself up back onto your hands. You heel toe your right foot over to the center of the mat and raising your chest and your hands up. You're going to come into a low crescent lunge. And then bringing your hands behind your back, clasping your fingers together. You're going to roll your shoulders back, opening your chest out, and letting your head fall back as we come into a variation of a back bend. Then release your hands, straighten yourself back up. Now straighten your front leg as you push your hips back towards your back heel. Bring your hands down to match the help with balance as we come into our half splits. Re-bending your front leg as you bring both your hands back down to the mat. Bring your right leg over to your left. You're going to gently exhale, come into a meat, laying on your bellies. And then with your forearms out in front of you, you're going to lift your chest up, rolling your shoulders back, taking a breath in your Sphinx. Before exhaling, tucking your toes, you bring your hands back below your shoulders and lift your hips up to a downward dog. Moving on to the other side, breathing in to lift your left leg up, stacking left hip over right, bending your left leg, making the knee the highest point of your body. Before exhaling, bring left hand to left foot to left hand. Before dropping your knee, and once more either choosing to stay on your hands or lower your elbows down to the mat. Pushing back up onto your hands, heel turn your foot to the center of the mat. Before raise your hands and chest up for your low lunge. And then bring your hands behind your back, rolling your shoulders back, opening that chest out as much as you can to go into your back bend. Releasing your hands, and you can straighten your front leg, pushing your hips back, bring your chest down to your front knee to come into your half splits. And then re-bending your front leg, bring both hands back to mat. And you can raise your back leg up this time as we step back into a high plank. Holding here for a breath in. Before exhaling as we lower our bodies down. And now keeping our hands below our shoulders, we lift our chest up to come into a cobra. Before exhaling, lifting our hips up into a downward dog. Once more moving back to our right leg, breathing into lifts it up, keeping our hips square this time into a three-legged dog. Before exhaling, bring our right foot between our hands as we raise our chest up to come into a high crescent lunge. Really engaging your core, focusing on keeping your front knee over your front ankle and your hips nice and square. And twisting and bring your right hand forward, left hand back as you drop your back heel to come into a warrior two. Making sure to pull your shoulders back and have a nice straight line from your front fingers to the back. And flipping your front palm, you're going to throw it over your head, bring your left hand down to your back leg, or doing a half bind behind your back as you come into reverse warrior. Then coming back into your warrior two, you can straighten your front leg as you flip your palms face towards the side of the mat. And then pushing your left hip out, you're going to bring your right hand down, left hand up. As your right hand comes down to your shins, as we come into a triangle pose. You have the option to keep your left hand up straight, or you can do a half bind behind your back, just to get a nice little extra stretch in your shoulders. And then bending of your right leg, you're going to slowly sink your hips down, coming into a side lunge. And depending on how deep you can go, you can either keep your back foot grounded, or you can twist it, pointing your toes up as you sink your hips all the way down, going as deep as you can, using your hands to help with balance. Or you can bring them up into prayer for our Skandasana. And then twisting our bodies to face the top of the mat, stepping back into our high plank, holding here for breath in, and exhale to lower down through chaturanga, inhale to push our chest up, and then exhale to come into a downward dog. Moving on to the left side, breathing in to lift your left leg up for three-legged dog, and then exhale, placing foot between your hands, you raise yourselves up into our high lunge. And then twisting to the right, we're going to bring our left hand forward, right hand back, dropping our back heel, coming to a warrior two. And then flipping your front palm, throwing it over your head to go into your reverse warrior. And then moving back to warrior two, straightening your front leg, flipping your palms face to side. Just bring our left hand down to our shin, right hand up into our triangle. And once more, keeping your right hand straight, or doing a half bind behind your back. Bending your front leg, sinking your hips down to come into your side lunge, or even twisting onto your right ankle, lifting your toes up to go into your Skandasana. Twisting yourself back, stepping back into your high plank, holding your full breath in, exhale to lower down, inhale to push up for your cobra, or even lifting your thighs up for an upward dog, for exhaling back into your downward dog. And from your down dog, you can walk your hand to the back of the mat, come to meet me in a forward fold. And here we're just going to take a few breaths just to relax, swaying our bodies from side to side. Maybe even grabbing onto our elbows for a ragdoll. If you just feel our whole upper body relax, having a nice slow release in our lower backs. And then release your hands. You're going to take a breath in, lifting your chest up halfway, focusing on keeping your back as straight as you can. And on your exhale, you're going to grab the backs of your legs. You hug your chest as close to your knees as you can, feeling a little extra stretch before releasing and relaxing. And then very slowly rolling yourself up, tucking your chin into your chest. As you come up to a full standing, when you reach the top, you can roll your shoulders back, lifting your chin up for our Tadasana. Then going into a dancer's pose, we're going to take a step forward with our right foot. Then catching our left foot with our left hand, we're going to raise our right hand up above our heads. And then once you find a spot in front of you to focus on to help with the balance, you're going to gently lean forward, bring your right hand forward. And with your left foot, you're going to kick against your left hand as you go as far forward, maybe even getting like a little micro bend in your grounded knee, just to help with the balance. And very slowly straightening yourself back up. Then drop your left foot down. We can move on to the other side. So left foot grounded, we're going to catch our right foot with our right hand. Left hand reaching up. And once you've got your focus point, gently leaning forward, bringing your left hand forward, right foot back. When you're confident in your balance, you can start kicking against your right hand as we feel a nice little stretch in our back legs. And then very slowly straightening yourself back up, dropping your foot, and you can come meet me in a seated position. And you can have your left foot sticking out in front of you with your right leg bent, knees to the side. And go into a single leg forward fold. So once you straighten your back out, you take a breath in, and on your exhale, you're going to hinge yourself forward, focusing on bringing your chest as close to your knee as you can. You can bend your front leg if needed, just to help. With your hands, you're going to reach out forward to grab your left foot. And then very slowly straightening yourself back up. You can raise your right knee up. You're going to place your right foot just on the outside of your left leg. And wrapping your right hand around your right leg. You're going to twist yourself, bringing your left hand behind your back for support. And taking a breath in, we're going to straighten our spine up. And on your exhale, we're going to twist, pulling left shoulder back. Maybe even turning our head to gaze behind us. And releasing ourselves from our twist, we can straighten our right leg out, bending our left, placing the bottom of our left foot against our right thigh. And once more, preparing ourselves, taking a breath in, straightening our backs out. And exhale, leaning forward, bringing chest to knee, hands to toes. rolling yourself back up straight, placing your left foot on the outside of your right thigh, and wrapping your left hand around your leg, right hand behind your back for support as we take a breath in to prepare, and exhale into our twist. And coming out of our twist, you can come meet me laying on your backs, keeping your knees bent. We're going to go into a bridge pose, so making sure your feet are close enough that you can touch your heels with your hands. And then once you're ready and prepared, we can start lifting our hips and our back up, raising as high as we can until we've got a nice straight line from our knees to our shoulders. And you have a couple options. You can either stay as is, or you can clasp your hands underneath your lower back, and even raise your heels up to come onto your tippy toes. Then releasing your hands as you lower your feet and your hips down. And then bring your knees into your chest, grabbing onto your shins, and you hug yourself into a nice little ball. You can even roll yourself from side to side. Then releasing your hands out to the side, you can let your legs fall to the left as we come into a belly twist. And maybe even turn your head to gaze to the right. Turn your head and bring your legs back to center before letting your legs fall to the right. And turn your head to gaze to the left. Turn your head back up straight. You can straighten both your legs out on the mat. Bring your hands by your side as we come to the final pose of our practice of Shavasana. Here you can just lay here and relax, releasing any tension or stress you might still be holding on to. Allowing your body to breathe for you as you just clear your mind and drift away. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Give it a nice audible sigh out through the mouth. You can begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. Slowly waking your body up, introducing small movements in your arms and your legs. Then bring your hands up above your head. Bring palms together. You can do a nice full body stretch like we're waking up in the morning. And then keeping your eyes still closed, you can turn over to the side before pushing yourself up into a seated position. As we just take a moment just to reflect, take note of how we feel, give ourselves a little mental pat on the back for making time for ourselves and looking after ourselves. And then once you're ready, you can bring your palms together up to heart center as we take one last breath in. And on our exhale, bowing to close our practice. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you found some benefits, something you can incorporate into your daily lives. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to do, and I hope to see you again soon on the yoga mat.